Good morning to one of all present here. Today we are going to discuss about functions, what are functions, and why this useful tool in calculus. Now, a function is basically defined as a relation between a set of inputs. Now, what does it means? Having one or output each. Now, in simple word, this is a set P. Let name it P. This is a set Q. Okay, this is a set P, this is a set Q. Now, function is defined as a relation between a set of inputs. Now you will give some input, you will have some output. For example, 1, 2, you are getting 2, 3, 3, 4. Now, what is function? Relation between a set of input and a set of output having one output each. Basically, in a function, if you are giving an input, for example, let's take f of x is equal to y, where f2 is equal to 10. Now, here you are giving some input which is 2, and you're getting some output which is 10. Now, after operation of 5x, you will get output as 5x. You will give input of x and you will get output of 5x. You have understood from this, because 2 is input, so it will be x, and 2 times 5 or 5 times 2 is 10. So we can say 5x is the output of this function. Now it will only have one output. You can't say a function of x will have many output, y, z. No, it is wrong. It can't have more than one output. It will only have one output. Then it will be known as function. It is simple, very simple idea in maths, but very useful and important idea of calculus, in which I can say that all the calculus is built on. Now, simply, you will give some output, so you will give some input, you will get some output. Now, in simple words, a function is a relationship between inputs and outputs. Is a relationship exactly one output. Every function has its own domain and codomain. Now, what are this? We will discuss in our next upcoming sessions. Now, for now, just understood what is a function. Now we will understand this domain, codomain, range in the next sessions. Now, every function has a domain and a codomain or range. It also has range. A function is generally denoted by this f of x. As I said right now, I have denoted this by this f of x. As I said right now, a function is generally denoted by this f of x, where x is input, where x is input. Now, the general representation of a function is this: y is equal to f of x. But a function is generally denoted by f of x. That means this is the representation of the function in which you are giving an input, you are getting an output. But this is what we can say, a function is generally denoted by f of x. Generally means you can also denote it by g of x or anything, any variable. But it is generally denoted by f of x, and a general representation of a function, the whole function. What is the whole function? You're giving input and you're getting one output. That is a function. This is the general representation of a whole function. Now, these functions are also classified into various types, which we will discuss afterwards. For now, you have understood what is what is function basics, what are functions. Now, What is a function in maths? A function in math is a spatial relationship among the inputs, or you can say domain, and their outputs, or you can say codomain, where each input has exactly one output. Means, uh, what we can say, a function has the relationship in the this is known as domain, and this set q set or output is known as codomain. This is the basic of domain and what is codomain or domain. Now, a function in maths is spatial relationship among the inputs, or domain among the inputs, or this is also known as domain, as I said right now, and outputs, and their output, also known as codomain. Now remember this is very important. And each input has exactly one output. It can't have more than one output, then it is not a function. Okay, so now you have understood something about functions. Now also think about what is relation, because relation is also very important to study functions. I thought that I will not explain the relation in this video, but I can give some basic idea. Here it is a set P. Here are some inputs. You can see, let's think about it. Now this is a set P. It has two numbers, let's say 2 and 4. And this is a set Q. It has what do we say, three numbers, 10, 12, 14. Now what is a set? Sorry, what is a relation? Relation is in set PQ, P comma Q, if Q is multiple of P, where all this Q, I am not talking about this whole set Q, is multiple of P. Sorry, we can't take 12 because we can't take 14 because 14 doesn't come in 4 table. Let's take here what we say 20, where all Q is a multiple of set P, then it is known as a relation. Then it is a relation, or we can say P belongs to say Q, that all. Now I will not teach you about functions, sorry, relations in this video. Let's revise what our function. This is a function in calculus. This is a set P Q, where P, you will give one output, you will get, or you will give one input, you will get one output.